The little girl we met this Sunday afternoon, she seemed typical, just waking up from her nap. But don't be fooled, her parents weren't. Her little fingers tapping that iPad. Little Alexis Martin is laughing all right. At just 3, the joke's on us grown-ups. From an early age, her parents knew.
Alexis does her map. Ready? This one's...
She was able to label every one of the continents, Europe, Africa, all the rest.
Ready for countries?
She labels the countries next. Late today, we met Alexis after her afternoon nap. A typical 3-year-old at first, smiling and shy, leaving Dad to do the talking, telling us about when he first noticed. You would be driving around in the car and she would be able to recite the bedtime story from the night before?
Yeah. And so then Dad would try to pitch in and be like, oh yeah, and then the elephant was the one that was sharing, and she would correct me and say, no, Dad, next is the kangaroo that was sharing. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And so she would recite these bedtime stories verbatim, which was absolutely unbelievable. I mean, we're talking about 18 months old at this point.
There was a...
Alexis now reads at a 5th grade level. Stunning doctors scoring so well on IQ tests, they've been unable to calculate her true score. The average person has an IQ of about 100. Alexis scoring a 160, the highest number possible. Sharing her score with Albert Einstein, Stephen Hawking. Not old enough to have her own credit card, that's her Mensa card. The youngest ever accepted from Arizona into that elite club. Mensa only accepting people with IQs in the top 2% of the world. She taught herself Spanish from that iPad.
Ustedes son hombres.
And she knows every state capital. What's the capital of New Mexico?
Santa Fe.
What's the capital of Florida? Tallahassee. She had it. What's the capital of Alaska?
Juneau.
Juneau it is. But we had one more question, and it wasn't for her. Where does Alexis get her smarts from, Mom or Dad?
Mom, do you want to come answer this too?
You're being safe on this one.
Exactly.
Her parents say they were both smart as young students, but that Alexis is different. But they're determined to keep her young at heart.
We do still want her to be 3 years old.
But as we said goodbye, one little reminder she's on her way with a word she learned from that iPad.
Adios.
Yeah.
Little Alexis.
Yeah.
With her Mensa card tonight. Can't wait to see what she accomplishes at 4.